Hey guys, so we are finally here. The day has come. We got a special guest with us here today. Hypotoria, introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up? It's me. It's Hypo. I'm here. Hello.
Bro, shut the fuck up, alright? Shut the fuck up. We're here to listen to the verses, aren't we? We're here to listen to the fucking verses.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look in her eyes.
And sir, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, you know who it is. It's your boy Kid Kyro.
Fuck around and you'll find out why they call me Kid Kyro.
As you and the viewers are going to see, currently have a wheel up with everyone's submissions. Yes, there's only 7.
Oh, damn.
So we thank everyone who's sent in their submissions. It is all appreciated. Before we start this, Hypo, is there anything you would like to pitch in for one of the places?
Ooh, like scoring them ahead of time.
Like hypothetically, if you want to throw something in for the first place prize.
Hypothetical. Fuck. I guess like whoever ends up getting first, like I'll hop on a hook or something for. I don't know.
All right, you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? And we'll put that for first place because Hypotoria is at a high prowess, nearly at 1,000 subscribers.
Please, please. I'm so close. I can taste it.
What did he say?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Alright, but first place gets a Hypotoria hook, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Alright, so would you like to spin the wheel for us?
Yeah. Let's spin it. Go. I spun it.
Yeah! Spin the wheel! Alright,
Ooh.
our first one is Muda.
Is it Muda or Muda?
Muda. Bro, why is it clapping? We don't care.
Sometimes I look in her eyes.
Alright. Here we got Muda's verse. For the first one, I'll probably play the hook along with it, but for the other verses, I'll just kind of like, alright.
Cool.
Let's get it.
Bloody hands when you were through the door. Feel the pain, but still I want some more. Cold sweats while she's under my skin. Toxic and I can't win. Bloody hands when you were through the door. Feel the pain, but still I want some more. Cold sweats while she's under my skin. Toxic and I can't win.
Toxic, now you got me thinking toxic. See, you don't deserve me. Toxic, I will not do anything to stop you from leaving. You play me like I'm League of Legends. I'm tired of bleeding. I'm a bit of card and you better fuck, I'm not kidding. She wanna say that you're toxic, I mean it. I'm tired of loss, I'm tired of you fucking cheating. Get out my fucking thoughts. I don't want anything to do with you. You need to stop controlling my life. I won't fucking miss you.
Bloody hands when you were through the door. Feel the pain, but still I want some more. Cold sweats while she's under my skin. Toxic and I can't win. Bloody hands when you were through the door. Feel the pain, but still I want some more. Cold sweats while she's under my skin. Toxic and I can't win.
So that was Muda's verse. Oh yeah,
Okay.
I forgot to ask this at the beginning. Have you heard any of these verses yet?
I have not heard anything. This is all hearing it for the first time.
Hear that, ladies and gentlemen. Hypotoria doesn't want to hear any of your shit. No, I'm joking. So I think we had a pretty strong start.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. Wait, that sounds really bad. I didn't mean like that. Shit. But no, like because like I will say like the first thing that jumped out at me was like there was like this like vocal in the background that Muda was singing, and it fucking like constantly was like going higher, like slowly going higher and higher notes, and I felt like I was fucking like ascending. Like it was fucking just like I was like shit. Like, but no, like what are your thoughts on it?
My thoughts on it. I personally really fucked with the harmonies on this verse. The chorus complete dookie.
Oh man, yeah. Whoever did that fucking hook, I swear to God,
Bro, actual shit ass. Get him off the song. Like, I think a strong point in Muda's like art in like creating like songs is like using his like high pitched like tone to use like harmonies with.
Yeah, no, there was like I was genuinely caught really off guard by But because I genuinely haven't heard anything of Mutters in quite a while, and it was a big improvement over some of the stuff I've heard before. I really liked. I agree with you with the harmonies and stuff. Like I really liked it. Like the melody was good as well. I couldn't really I think it's just, I don't know if it's just like connection or my headphones, but I couldn't really hear the lyrics very well. Like I couldn't properly make out what he was saying at times. It had a nice vibe. Like it fit the vibe of the track really well. Like, you know, when you hear some verses and shit and it's like, it just doesn't feel like it fits the track at all.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, that wasn't this.
Yeah, overall, in Sinister M rating, I believe Muda should get a 8 out of 10.
It's kind of hard for me because I haven't heard any of the other submissions. It's a little hard for me to rate, but I think it's a solid verse. Like I'm gonna sort of play hardball and I'll give it like a 7.
That's Muda.
Who was singing for Muda?
Nah, that was Muda singing for Muda. That's it.
Now, who was that though? You can't have other people do your verses. Who was that? That's not Muda. Muda, what the fuck happened to you? Don't you lie to me.
Nah, I'm not lying. I know lie.
I'm not gonna lie. Boy surprised me. Yeah, you're doing the best you can. I liked the fucking. You were doing good with the background vocals. Everything blended in well. I loved it. Nah, I love the vibe. Love the writing.
Overall, how are we feeling?
Did he have lyrics?
Listen.
Oh yeah, man, Muda, you make fucking AMV videos. You couldn't put lyrics in your fucking shit. I'm gonna dock a point from that.
Oh, deducting points. Oh shit.
Everything else Muda has done, this is like a huge improvement. Whatever you doing, Sinister, keep at it with him. My boy, I'll give you a 7.
7 out of 10. That is pretty mint on the Kyro scale.
Thing to do with you. You need to stop controlling my life. I won't fuck.
You got this.
Go spin.
How come yours
There we
wasn't
go.
the first try?
Because I'm
Arsonist.
built different.
Toxic and I can't win.
Shawty in the crib tonight, that's right. Yeah, she toxic and she always try to fight. Trying to live my life, but said I should. But she taking the wheel, we got a problem, girl. Then I left you, go. See you later, girl. Little shawty giving head to all the misty boys. Fucking broke my spirit, had a bit of that complication. Changed my entire appearance, I don't have to see your friends.
This shit's addicting, it's getting me fucked up. Girl, you so toxic, you gave me the tough love. Yours like a hobby, you can't stop it. Think you ain't violent, but please you just lie. Ends when you through the door, of the pain, but still I want some more. Cold sweats, but she's
Alright, that was Arsonist's verse.
Arsonist. So, what do you think about that one, Sinister?
Considering that Arsonist, she's mainly a producer that normally produces. I really think it was a good try and actually putting the vocals on, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Say one main thing that does come to mind was I feel on the main vocals there might have been a bit too much reverb, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
It felt a bit too echoey.
Yeah.
A lot of time. But a big point up that I really see was the bridge bit again, which was when the da-na-na-na-na shit get me fucked up. How it's for the backing.
Yeah.
I loved that bit.
Yeah, well, yeah, anything else to say about it?
That's the first thing that comes to mind, but what do you got to say?
Okay, so for me, I really, really like Arsonist stuff, but basically with this one, I really liked the bridge, like you said. I think it maybe needed, if there was, a little bit more auto-tune on it or something like that. I think maybe it wasn't that it was off or anything like that, the bridge. It was good and I loved the concept there. I think that maybe Arsonist, the mic was peaking a little bit, so it kind of made it more distorted than what it could have been. But it was a really solid concept with the verse. I reckon that, yeah, as you said, there was a bit too much reverb on there. It was quite echoey, and I think that for this kind of song, you, especially with how tuned the chorus is, not saying that you can't sing or anything, it's just had a lot of auto-tune, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. I like auto-tune. Arsonists,
auto-tune is my best friend. I don't know where I'd be in my career without it.
Autotune is amazing. People be like, bro, you can't sing. Like, what? If you can sing, like, why do you use autotune? I'm like, because autotune sounds good. But yeah, like, I think with Arsonist's vocals, I think her vocals could have been a bit more tuned because it was quite raw, which wasn't a bad thing. Like, it was a nice contrast, but
I felt there could have
it was a little
more compression on it. Maybe.
Really, nigga?
Yeah, like some compression, not as much reverb, bit of EQing on the vocals, and then yeah, just like some tuning or some pitch correction of some kind. Because there was some bits where it was kind of like not like completely off key, but it was just the main and the backing vocals were off just enough to have it a bit dissonant, but
It's a big word.
not. Yeah, it's basically, if you don't know what dissonant means, you should Google it. I think it was a pretty solid. It was a solid verse. Like there's definitely a decent room for improvement, but considering Arsonist, considering she's a producer first and foremost, like I think she did a really good job.
Now, before I give the score, just give one moment. Thank you. Hey Siri, if I'm dissonant.
Dissonant means lacking harmony.
I see.
Also, why the fuck do you use the male voice of Siri?
Because the Indian one is the best one, Hyper. You do
What the
not
fuck is wrong with you?
The Indian one's the best one. Hey Siri, what's 0 divide 0?
If nothing is divided by nothing, then there's nothing to divide or divide it with, and the division never happened, so my answer is no.
Bro said the division is no.
Is that maybe? Hang on, because I feel like that's different to the one that happens from mine. Sorry, we're getting distracted for a moment, but it's fine.
John, I keep this in. I feel Arsonist's verse could, like both of us said, could use like a little bit of work, but I feel overall good, solid 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 as well.
That right there. That's what you all need to strive for.
Damn,
That's the emotion. You had some parts you kind of mumbled a bit. It was just a little bit. Girl, fuck. The mix good, everything.
And Arsonist is
that's
usually a
an 8.
producer as well. An 8, holy.
That's an 8.
Go man.
I was not expecting the fucking screaming
Man, the screaming, I fucking.
and to fucking actually do it.
Bro, the screaming at the end.
You talking from the dude who screams. You talking from the dude who screams in his songs and shit like that. Play it again. Play it again. Play it again. I want to hear it again.
The whole verse.
That should give me like X vibes. I'm not joking. That was fucking amazing. Like anything I would have cleaned up is like intelligibility. Your doubles were a little like muffled too. Yeah. Just work on your clarity. That's all you got to really work on. Your clarity. And just try not to mumble. That's it. But
What are we saying?
other than that,
8 out of 10.
oh!
Damn, Kyro feeling this shit.
And make sure you're screaming properly. Do not fuck up your voice.
Do you want the scream?
I want to hear that. Yow!
Bro, really talking about some motherfucking.
Yow! Hey, man, these motherfuckers are surprising me today.
This shit's addicting, it's getting me fucked up. Girl, you so toxic, you gave me the tough flop. Your is like a hobby, you can't stop it. Think you ain't violent, but please you just.
Anyhow, all right. I think it's your spin because you complained about the fact that mine works every time.
Oh yeah, I did. Alright, gotta use my big strong muscles for this one, alright?
You're flexing them so hard you just can't see it right now.
We got Geo. Or Geo, I don't fucking know.
Ah, yes. Oh, look at that face.
Look
That's a nice face.
That's a very nice face, honestly.
It's got the eyes. It got the nose.
What does that say there? What does that say? I want to read it. Yo mama crib. Oh god.
Your mama crib. Why did you leave me on red?
Sometimes I look in. I can't win. Every time I talk to you, it feels like I'm gonna lose. It feels like I'm gonna die. Every day I feel like I'm dead, but I'm alive. So that means I'm alive, but dead inside. With you, I feel good, no, I feel bad. With you, I am good, no, I am sad. Very sad, no good. I don't see no good inside of you. You're all bad. So I'm staying in my bag, chasing all this cash, not looking at ass. Ayy, ain't nobody was looking at me. Now they're looking at me. Now they wanna at me. Bloody hands when you were through the door. The pain, but still I want some more. Cold sweats, but she's under my skin. Toxic and I can't win. Bloody hands when you were through the door. The pain, but still I want some more. Cold sweats, but she's under my skin. Toxic and I can't win. I can't leave, I can't let to the things that we had, but those things are in the past. The past I can't let go. You were my only home. Now I'm driving on a lonely road, all alone, all alone. I've been all alone, walking on this lonely road. I've been sticking to my own. I don't know what I own.
Alright, that is Gio's verse. Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Before I say this, I mean this in the least mean way possible. I feel about the pitching and auto-tune that Hyper was talking about earlier, I feel it could have been used here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I would be inclined to agree. Again, like, in the best way possible, like, I feel like that would have been like a really, like, both of those verses would have been some really super solid, like, melodic verses if they had auto-tune on them. The writing and the lyrics at times need to be improved, but that's the thing, like, it felt for me like it's like when he started, immediately I was like, this feels like this needs to be melodic. Like, I feel like if it was a melodic verse rather than, because that sort of felt like it was a rap verse with like elongated syllables and stuff like that, which you normally find in melodic things. I feel like if it was done more tuned, like you said, and with more of a melody to it, it would have been really good. Like, there was times where I was kind of like, fuck, this is kind of good. Like, I like this. And then it would just kind of like a word would stretch out a little bit long, and in like normal rap it sounds a bit odd, but in like melodic sort of singing style stuff it doesn't sound like it sounds a lot different, if that makes sense. That's my thoughts on it. Like, I don't think it was awful. Like, I'm not going to say like, oh, you should stop making music or anything, because no, that's not the case. Like, I could hear the potential there. I just think that like bit of mixing, some tuning, maybe like go at it again with a different delivery, maybe try some like singing or melodic stuff, and it would be like it would actually be, I would fuck with it real heavy. Like,
alright, so another like piece of mind that I feel the mixing was actually quite decent. I have to give that like its credit, and like to put in the like effort to do 2 verses instead of just 1. I have to give kudos for that.
Yes, I meant to mention that as well, but no, that was for an open verse competition. That's more than what most people did.
The main reason that I left 2 there was like, if you did want to do 2 verses, then like go for it. I wanted to give them something for people to look forward to, instead of just being like, hey yo, we just heard this like in the video, why should we listen to it separately? Although I do give you credit for doing 2 verses, I feel the writing at times was a little bit lazy. I feel that could have like been like displayed better, if you know what I mean. Overall, in my honest opinion, I'll give it a 3 out of 10.
See, for me, I'll give it a 4 out of 10.
Listen, right now I'm just thinking of that one Mr. Miyagi quote from the first Karate Kid movie where he's like, left side, safe. Right side, safe. Middle, squished like grape.
I didn't know what quote you were trying to go for then. It caught me off guard when you're like, squish like grape.
Basically just correlating that is like, if you stick with just rapping, you're good. Stick with the singing, you're good. But if you're kind of in that middle bit, like in the fence bit, is like essential.
Gio, whatever, bro.
G.I. Joe.
You got potential. I'm gonna tell you that. You gotta work on your flow. You gotta find a flow that suits you. And to be honest, it felt like you were telling me nursery rhymes. I'm not trying to be too mean, but that was like cat in a hat kind of cadence. Not just that, I wouldn't say basic. Your lyrics are repetitive. Try not to use the same words. When I'm writing, I try not to repeat certain words or end my sentence with the same word multiple times. It keeps it more interesting, keeps it different.
Now they're looking at him.
They're not looking at me. Now they're looking at me. Now they want to at me. It's not even that part. It's just because you ended most of that with me. If you're gonna like use like repeat a word or kind of a phrase, don't end with the same word. I look at words that rhyme with my previous line, and to make it interesting, I'll take a word and then fucking run it through the thesaurus. I can't fucking speak to fucking phrase it differently. Like the first verse had a different flow. It wasn't that bad. Your second verse was very, very Dr. Seuss basic. There was no energy to that. I can't vibe to that. But I'm gonna have to give you like a 4.
All right, it's 4 out of 10 from Mr. Kyro.
I'm seeing in my bag, chasing all this cash, not looking at ass. Ain't nobody was looking at me. Now they're looking at me. Now they wanna at me.
Like,
Oh yeah, can we get a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah,
I'm flexing so hard right now.
Bro, it doesn't first try for you. What is this? Wait, who's
Oh,
Phoenix? Oh shit!
Toxic and I can win.
You're so toxic, why are you so toxic? I gave you my all and yet you still showed me an offset. I just wanted someone to reciprocate my love, yet you tore my heart to pieces, girl, you made me fall in love. You're the angel from above, I can't give you up, no. All the demons in my heart, cause you just got them off. But little did I know you were the devil all along, no. Little did I know you were the devil all along. All the time we spent, my love, I could never forget. All the time we spent, my love, I could never forget.
Alright, that was Phoenix's verse.
okay. So I just want to say, in the absolute best way possible, when those vocals came in on the left and the right side, I felt like I was having a stroke. So and they were so left and right, it felt like I had two people on each side, like whispering the lyrics into my ears.
Really, nigga?
Like that shit was the most stereo stuff I've heard in a long time. Like it felt kind of like ASMR,
Really,
but
nigga?
in a weird way. It was a good concept there. It was just the doubles were a bit loud. That was the long and the short of that entire thing. That started with me saying it made me feel like I had a stroke, which is probably not the correct way to say what I meant. So I apologize. Apart from that, the rest of the verse, I actually really liked it. I think that a similar sort of thing to some of the other verses in this so far is like a little bit more tuning and like a little bit more sort of like basically a little bit more tuning to kind of get it to fit a little bit more with the hook, again, like fitting with the theme of the song. It would have been good, but like it was pretty solidly written in my opinion. Obviously in regards to the mix and things like that, like I could see from the video that it's recorded in BandLab, which is typically a mobile phone thing, so it's a pretty good job for mobile phone.
Yeah, I noticed I think
Like I was pleasantly surprised, like when I saw BandLab, I was like, okay, it's going to be a mobile verse, like, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But yeah, for me, I feel like it was really good, really close to being like great. I just think that like a bit more tuning and then that panning thing, kind of the lack of tuning and the panning thing kind of brought it down a little bit for me. It's still good. I still liked it.
my whole thing's very similar to yours, but instead I feel even just like the main vocal itself was pretty loud.
I get what you mean. I think that is primarily with like the mix and with BandLab. I know that it can be hard like to do that.
Like I remember like BandLab recently like implemented the like pitching like fucking feature, so yeah, I felt like the audio was a bit raw, you know what I mean?
Yeah. With that, like I know that what Lucky found is there's like websites that have BandLab presets and things like that can help improve like the mix and that kind of thing, and you can actually import it directly into BandLab.
So if you BandLab users want some nice presets, make sure to hit up Lucky. But overall, I feel, like I said, the main thing is just that, yeah, get a preset and just have some pitching like on your vocals and fix the volume. But overall, in all honesty, I'm gonna have to give it a 2 out of 10.
I would probably I'd give it a 4 out of 10 as well, like same as my last one. But that's just because mix aside and the fact it was recorded on mobile, and I feel like just a couple more things and it would have been like really good. But yeah, I would say 4 out of 10.
Alright.
My boy. You made those doubles way too wide. Scared the shit out of me.
Bro, Phoenix, you're scaring Kyro. What's she doing?
Your writing was good. Like, you actually stayed on beat. You didn't have the syllable count problem. But it's no emotion, bro. I can't vibe with you. I don't feel it. I mean, it's probably because of your circumstances. You probably had to like sing quietly, I guess. But it's still, man, I gotta fucking record in the car or fucking in the bathroom. I don't know, somewhere. Go in your closet, record. If you want doubles, just keep one centered. Do another take, pan one, like 75%, copy that one, pan that one, 75%. I don't want to hear like one different double in one ear and one different in the other ear. Unless you can get it perfect. Nah, it doesn't feel right. If you put more emotion, I would give you a higher vote, but I'd probably 5.
Bro, he said it's a no from me.
Really, nigga?
All the time we spent, my love, I could never forget. All the time we spent, my love, I could never forget.
So we
Two
got
left.
Yuta and Why Not, and thank you so much, Phoenix. Can we get a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen?
Clap.
Who do you think it's gonna be next? Do you think it's gonna be Yuta or Why Not?
I think it's gonna be Why Not? Because why not?
Really, nigga?
I think I'm a masochist, I am hurt but I wanna go. I never thought you were the poison. I treat you like the antidote to the pain I have been feeling. I'm struggling inside. You were more like drugs, I didn't know I'm ruining my life. I do ask what I'm forcing myself to stay. I'm not okay, you're just this way. I'm still wishing you would change. I feel the range, I'm still ashamed of loving you, but wait. My train of thought is rushing the crush. I feel the range, I think I am insane. Please get out of my life and my head. You just lie around, think about it when I lie down in my bed. I've been feeling pain that I think I'm the one to blame for it. You're like drugs, I got addicted without knowing you were toxic.
Bloody hands when you were through the door of the pain, but still.
Thank you, Yuta. Thank you so much.
So for me, I think that the rapping was a little bit like, it felt a little inconsistent at times. When you're doing that kind of thing, like I could tell there was a couple of points where Yuta would sort of like run out of breath and sort of like struggle to catch up and then sort of overcompensate and do like a bit slightly too quick and then too slow and sort of try and like balance it out as they're rapping, rather than like either doing another take or punching in or like cutting out different parts and things like that. Like I think that the mix was a little bit lacking. The delivery was a bit sort of, I didn't think really fit the vibe of the song very well, but I don't think, again, I don't think any of these are like god awful kind of thing. I just think there's like a bit more improvement to be done. I would suggest to work on the doing a take, and if you're not totally happy with it, like redoing it again or punching in, so like recording a line and then like then stopping and then going back and like recording from the end of that line rather than just like continuously going and going and going, because that can help limit the amount of breaths that you take and having to like catch up and things like that. What about you?
My first thought is that I feel the flow was it was just choppy all around. Like I feel like just a too consistent like throughout the entire verse, and I feel like maybe like switching it up,
like rather than having the like the staccato like or like just like changing it slightly, like
I have to agree with like a lot of what you said, like right there. Yeah, so both 3 out of 10.
Alright, so you came in good. Your flow came in good, but you started to rush it and you went off beat. You had a good cadence going, and then it like lost right there when it switched up and got slower. And I liked your writing. If I was you, put more emotion into it. Some parts I feel like you tried to cram more words into a line, but other than that, it wasn't bad. I'd have to give you like a 6.
Get out of my life and my head. You just lie around, think about it when I lie down in my bed. I've been feeling pain that I think I'm the one to blame for it. You're like drugs, I got addicted without knowing you were toxic.
Alright, finally, one last one.
Are you gonna spin the wheel?
Alright, I feel this one needs both of us.
The Dragon Ball Fusion dance. We should get my wife to record
the
video of us doing it and put it in this. Like...
I'm just hoping I'm not that much shorter than you. That's it. Wait, hold on,
bro, how tall are you?
5'11". 5'11".
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. I'm 6'4".
What the fuck? It'll work, bro. Even though it'll look like I'm just your fucking son, bro. It'll just look like I'm your fucking kid.
Fusion.
Ha! Let me speak. Who's it gonna be?
I think my mic peaked so badly then.
Hold on 1 second. Little did you know, Hypotoria, because of some motherfucking Asian named motherfucking SINISTA', what a lame name, you've been peaking this entire time. And bro, I had to fix this shit because SINISTA' does not know how to use OBS. What a noob.
Toxic and I can't win. I swear to God
that I've been losing like I can't ever win. And I've been feeling like I'm drowning, I've been stacking my sins. Yeah, I've been through so much pain, I don't know where to begin. Last time I went too far and I fucked it up again. And I don't understand why everything's gotta fall apart. Just take a chance to understand that this is breaking my heart. I only care about my life, it's just you and me. Growing up with you, that's the way I want it to be. I'm sorry that you've been feeling like all the flowing away. And I've been doing everything I can to make it all change. And I've been fighting all these demons that's been all in my face. Please don't go, I'm really sorry, I just need you to stay.
Bloody hands when you
That was nice.
Jesus Christ, that caught me off guard, but in the best possible way. Damn.
I really fucked with it.
I really fucked with that too.
Alright, so I feel like this is like touching on like what we said before. This is a really, really good example of like rapping on like this kind of song.
Yeah. That this is like the kind of example that I had. Like I was thinking in my head, like for the other rap verses, like for this kind of song, this kind of rap is just fucking like it's mint. Like literally, like all I can say about this is that I think that the volume of the verse needs to be a little louder. Like it was a little quieter.
Yeah, so, like at the beginning, it just felt a bit quiet. At the beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning it felt a bit quiet. The other one is that I think that in the mix of this, if you were to do one of the vocals a little louder and one of them a little quieter, and have rather than like just two vocals the entire time, having it kind of feel more layered, that would, I think, would like rather than having it like just doubled the entire